Welcome to our All Together Passage series, a daily vlog taking you with us on our maiden voyage from France to Miami. We'll sail thousands of miles together in 3 major legs. Let's do this. This is Dottie. It's our Starlink antenna, and she gets very particular about where she wants to be on the boat. So before we upload videos, Stephane spends quite a bit of time making sure she's happy, giving her a massage, and relocating her on various places on the boat. This is the Starlink that is supposed to work, and it's a beautiful installation. It's completely flush, and there's no wires at all exposed. But this is the Starlink that actually works, and we had to buy it in a rush before we were leaving. It's our second Starlink on the boat, and we named her Dottie. And this is a highly customized DIY contraption brought to you by Stephane's vast engineering mind and multiple degrees and immense creativity. And then this is how we try to manage tripping. We don't run it all the time. We put everything back when we're not using it. And then the router hangs out down here next to the seasickness medication. And what's this? Oh, herbal laxatives. That's where the router hangs out. So Dottie liked the port side yesterday, but today she doesn't like it. And it's kind of sketchy to put it on the other side because the code 65's out. So then we moved her to the back transom and tried that for an hour, but she didn't seem to like that either. We've got her strapped down with sandbags, so we will see. Fingers crossed. So when I went to take a nap, things got really interesting with the boat speed and the code 65. But because I was asleep, nobody took any real video of it. But our boat averages on the first 12 hours were just amazing.
Quick update during my night watch. It's almost 1 a.m. UTC time. For information, some people want to know about the weather, so I'm not sure about the outside temperature, but inside the salon, with the door open, it's 31 degrees Celsius, and the sea temperature is about 28 degrees Celsius. A couple things. Let me show you what we have to deal with. The bigger picture is we are here. We want to go to the Caribbean, the islands over here on the other side of the screen, and in between we have this area of light wind. So that's the major strategic decision we have to make, and we could have gone north, but decided against it because of the wind angles and the sea state. Probably it's not going to be a lot of fun. So we're taking a southern route. So of course we could go much further south to get for more wind, but then you're sailing more distance, and that might not be faster. Or you're trying to deal with the light air, and this blurb will move north and northeast, and you might get slower for a period of time, then the wheel will come up and then we'll sail a shorter distance and less time overall. So that's what we're trying to do. So we are the green boat right here, and being chased by us is the Antonio, the orange boat, which is the European model for us, and the blue boat we call Brittany is the GFS model, the US model. So we're all together sailing the same route, and what's going to happen is between about 4 in the morning, when our lease watch kind of starts, and noon in this area, it's going to be very, very light. Eventually this blurb is going to move away, and then by roughly Sunday, so 24 hours from now, we're going to find some more stable wind all the way to the finish. Let's see what the next 24 hours reserve to us, especially over the next 8 hours or next 8 to 12 hours. We're starting to see bigger and bigger patches of Sargassum. Hydro generator is not happy. I don't know if you can see this through the camera, but it's got some Sargassum. I'm going to have to raise it and decide if I leave it in or in the water, or just wait until we pass this patch, unfortunately.
So today is weed day, and we are experiencing the wonders of horticulture here in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And we're expecting quite a bit of seagrass. We are starting to see some of it now floating around. I'll try to capture it on the camera. Yeah, there's a big patch coming up, and it's quite a bit. So what has happened is we got a map, sort of like the weather prediction from the weather router, to show the seagrass and where it is on the map. The problem with that is the seagrass moves. So, and steering around it is going to be a challenge because it puts us out of our way. So we're just going straight through it. That's our strategy. But it's quite a bit. Stephane! Stephane! There's quite a bit of seagrass here, look. So maybe you can see all that. And here we go, we're going through it. There we go. Smells like Teen Spirit. So we're going through the seagrass today, and that's the adventure. We have pretty light winds. What would you say our winds are, Stephane?
7 knots.
The wind is about 6 or 7 knots. We have the code 65 up, and we're going what, 4 or 5? Something like that. And it's just amazing how much light wind sailing we can do with this code 65. And we also had the code 65 up yesterday, and we were screaming. We were going really fast. I saw high speeds. What were the max speeds? Like 16 at one point. I looked at it and we saw that. So, and we did 229 miles yesterday. And that's with this. We had variable wind, we had good wind, and then we had no wind. And this code 65 just killed it. And we're not sailing in the trades. We're not sailing fully downwind. So this Code 65 definitely saved us. And we need a name for our Code 65. We need a name for our Code 65 and our A2 and our symmetrical spinnaker, which we have yet to meet. So if anybody has ideas, we would love to hear them. The other thing we want to mention is we are scheduling a live stream on New Year's Day, our time, and that would be January 2nd for our friends in Australia. And we really hope you can join, but more than that, we hope that Dottie, our Starlink dish, decides to be in a good mood that day. We really hope you can join us for the live stream and get your questions ready, because we're excited to talk to people and answer any questions you might have. Okay, so
she put her hat on. I have my serious hat on too.
You changed shirt, but it's the same colour.
I know. I was going to say something, but
It's like the same shirt in a different colour.
Well, it's number of days. I'm running out of
Delos shirts is what you're running out of.
well, yeah, but of clean
on,
shirts, and I don't want to put polos.
Okay, so walk us through your engineering mind in this Sargassum discussion we're having.
So
And then Nikki can give her perspective.
So there are very dangerous seagrass in front of us. They are like monster grass. Luckily, we're using technology from the sky with satellite pictures. So we see the sea monster grass. And
It's like the lava field.
Yeah.
yes, so it's blurry because it's, well, let me zoom back. So this is a regular routes chart. We got this JPEG file from a router with a satellite picture where the red is the highest density of the Sargassum. So one option was to go outside this way. We rolled out this way. The wind angles this way was kind of too late for us to dive south. So with the picture, I was able to figure out how to bring in the software. So now I was like, oh, look at that. There is a little corridor. So we don't let the seagrass attack us. So the whole strategy right now is defined in sailing in these little white squares. And so we're going to take like some right turns like this.
And if we touch the red lava, we will obviously die.
Yeah, well, it's like a video game. It's like a Tetris thing, yeah? That's the fun part of it. So now we're playing a game, and as soon as we get to a little point, we go left, we go right. It's like a maze.
So
Yeah.
you're pretty happy with that
It's like
idea.
it's like a video game.
Okay. So, Nikki, what is the fundamental problem with this idea?
Well, as me and Stephane agreed, pre-coffee and pre-AG1 this morning, you may not know, but the sea is fluid, and so the weed kind of wobbles around maybe a little. So those Tetris squares, like their corners might not be so square, and like we might not be able to sort of take sharp lefts and sharp rights because the wind blows,
What's it you're trying to avoid?
The unknown, the fear of the unknown.
Oh wow, that is
Yeah.
philosophical. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean?
What I'm trying to do is we get information. I'm trying to leverage this data and be like, I haven't been through Sargassum. We've seen them in Guadeloupe, can be pretty thick by the beach. The worst case is just having seaweed in your rudders and dagger boards and slow you down. Or worst case, we come to a stop because the seaweed grabs onto our boat and doesn't let us go.
See, when Stephane talks about how it might slow us down, I'm like, yeah, I agree. Let's avoid the weed.
Oh, you're coming to my
go
side.
back.
Come to my side.
Yeah, we're trying. It's inconvenient. It's really inconvenient when the weed gets caught in your rudder, and then you get the weed off finally, and then about 5 minutes later, it's on the rudder again, and it's dragging it, and it makes the like the back of the boat vibrate a bit, and it doesn't feel good to drag something you're not meant to be dragging. So we're hopefully going to avoid that by blending our two tactics, right?
By following the Moana spirit.
With the engineering brain.
So some data for the 29th of December, 24-hour period. We had 14.4 knots average of wind. And with that 14.4 knots average of wind, we did 9.7 knots of boat speed average over 24 hours. That's pretty damn good. That's 229 nautical miles in one day, which is the highest 24-hour distance we sailed. And our boat speed minimum was 4.5. And our highest boat speed was 15.8. We've said that probably many times, but we haven't had trade winds the whole crossing.
So people would think, oh no, like, how are you going to get across with no trade winds? Now you have to sail.
Well, I mean, 9.7 over 24 hours is pretty good.
Yeah.
On average. It's even better when you know, like, the average was 14.4. But what we were able to use to our advantage is we had an angle with the wind. And with the code 65, it's pretty versatile. So we've been sailing this. I'll have to look at the data, like the speeds we were getting when we had a little bit more wind. But in light air, to be able to, like right now, I mean, we are very, very light air right now. We have like
7 or 8.
Yeah, 8 knots of wind speed. And we have the code 65 at right now at 70 degrees apparent, but earlier this morning it was up to 62 degrees apparent. So big sail, trimmed pretty tight, outside the shrouds, but pretty tight. So this sail is pretty sweet. Yeah.
How's your day going, Seagrass?
Going good. It's a bit hot at night, so it was a little hard to sleep last night, but it was good. Very pretty sunrise.
And we did hot bunking with you the other night because it was bumpy.
Yes, so that was nice.
What was happening in the bow?
Oh my gosh, so my bed, like in the morning is probably the worst time because I'm like more awake, but like I'm trying to like bounce on my bed a bit. So it was nice with the time watch. I got to swap and like sleep in the back bed for a little bit. With a little window open, so it was like a little breeze. It felt very fancy. It was very nice.
Yeah. So are you about ready for this to be over? You're kind of over it?
I'm ready to get there. It'd be nice to have a break from the wobble in a bit. It'd be nice.
Does it get old sometimes?
Most of the time. Yeah, a little bit. I'm trying to ignore it, but because it's very pretty. I'm very grateful, but you know, I'm excited to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's a normal all trade wind crossing like? Since we don't have that, we don't even know what we're missing.
Yeah, let me close my eyes and then transport me in trade winds.
Wake up in the morning, it's 10 a.m. We've got this nice rolling following sea.
So nice.
You've got like, 18, 22 knots of wind from behind. You've had the same sail up for like days.
Oh, no
just
sail
exercising
changes.
the heli a little bit. Yeah, you got your routine going. You know exactly where everything goes on the boat because the boat's just always on the same kind of angle. And you're just knocking off 250 miles a day in the right direction.
Doing nothing.
Pretty much just doing nothing, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just working out how to eat that sargassum weed.
Oh, that feels good. I can see it. Keep on going. So that means Seagrass will have to come back to experience the true...
oh, yeah, that's right.
Are you ready to come back for the next
I have to think about it. It's
You'll have to check the
under
weather.
consideration.
To the salon.
So we're having salon day.
Someday, yeah, I'm so excited.
Seagrass needs us to break up the monotony.
Yes. And I'm having a little chocolate after my dog treat.
And we're eating unidentified dog treats, which we think is maybe chocolate mint vegan bites. We're not sure.
The packaging, just like look at the little that's like a full-on dog treat bag. When you open
You
it
think
like
it's a dog treat?
No, just the vision of this.
They're the same as the ones in the bars. Okay, my dear. Do you want all the nails done? Alright. You might need to put one foot up here. Do I need to get closer? Do I need?
I mean, tell me what this is here.
There's no way to put this where it doesn't fall over.
So this is what happens when you're on a mostly girl boat
when the seas are calm is you have spa day. I don't really know what would happen in an all-guys boat on a mostly calm day. Maybe they would like, I don't know, sit around and talk about football or I don't know what. You tell me.
I'm the guinea pig.
Over there with your...
I got the memo, it was spa day.
Yeah.
So I got 2 memo. It was spa day, and I got the second memo that said it's time to change your shirt, which translated means you're starting to stink.
Your shirt's starting to stink.
Oh, my shirt.
Looking good.
Yeah, they came out pretty well. Yeah.
You look good shaped. Good job.
Thank you. I got the memo that it was time.
I'm
for my-
responsible for your dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah.